War heroes are often remembered for sacrifice in battle, while wartime leaders are often remembered for tenacity in dark times. Sir Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill will be remembered through the ages as both a great hero and leader in the Allied fight against Nazism in World War II. Churchill was born in 1874 in Blenheim, Oxfordshire, England, to an aristocratic family, the eldest son of Lord Randolph Churchill and Jenny Jerome. As a young man, his father insisted he serve in the military, and he entered the Royal Military Academy as a cadet in the cavalry, graduating in 1894, just after his 20th birthday. His military travels exposed him to geopolitical realities, which included being shot at in Cuba and escaping captivity at the hands of the Boers in South Africa, a feat that made him a war hero. After military service, Churchill won a seat in the House of Commons at the young age of 25. In 1908, he married his wife Clementine, a union that would produce 5 children. In 1911, he was called to serve as First Lord of the Admiralty, a post that made him civilian leader of the British Navy. After overseeing the disastrous Gallipoli campaign in World War I, Churchill resigned from government, only to return a few years later, having gained valuable experience in leadership positions. By 1939 and the outbreak of World War II, it became apparent that the progressive policies of Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain towards Germany had failed miserably, and Churchill was called back to serve again as First Lord of the Admiralty. He took command on September 3rd, the same day Britain declared war on Nazi Germany. In May 1940, Churchill succeeded Chamberlain as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The appointment, in some ways, was an act of desperation in response to the Blitz, Adolf Hitler's massive air raid campaign against London. Over the course of the Battle of Britain, London faced 57 consecutive nights of bombings, claiming more than 20,000 civilian lives. During the summer and fall of 1940, Churchill and his coalition government worked feverishly from underground offices and bunkers to plan the strategy that would ultimately win the Battle of Britain and turn the tide of war. His inspiring speeches, delivered to an anxious and uncertain populace, cheered, rallied, and inspired the nation while continuing to fight. He reassured all who listened that we shall fight on the beaches and we shall never surrender. Churchill's resilience and defiant rhetoric turned to jubilation in early May 1945 as the free world celebrated the end of World War II in Europe. Despite the victory, Churchill failed to hold on to the position of Prime Minister as post-war England sought to rebuild. But in 1951, the rapid spread of communism in Eastern Europe swept Churchill back into the position of Prime Minister. In 1953, he was knighted and awarded a Nobel Prize in Literature, in part for his 4-volume history of World War I and his 6 volumes dedicated to World War II. Churchill resigned the position in 1955 due to failing health, but remained a member of the House of Commons until 1964. On January 24, 1965, at the age of 90, Churchill died after suffering a stroke. One of the unmovable pillars of freedom in the battle between tyranny and liberty, Churchill fought tirelessly to free the West from all forms of oppression, including fascism and communism. With fierce passion and dedication to his principles, Churchill lived by his own advice.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy.
With his trademark cigar and V for Victory sign, Winston Churchill remains an enduring symbol of the West.